I'm not sleeping on the street. I'm a capable human being.
Making conscious next steps.
I'm a conscious human being. And
Seeing growth really
Like,
happen.
we some hip hop niggas, like we don't need to vocalize it to make shit like that's what I keep
I promise y'all,
12-hour day
my
type shit.
stomach broke.
Listeners, thank you guys all so much for tuning in. You're now listening to the Flyer Pop Podcast. I got some beautiful guests with me today. Peace and love, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your favorite host, Remie Supreme, and this is the Flyer Population Podcast. I got my big homie with me today, as usual.
What's up? It's your boy Danny. Let's get to it.
Make sure y'all go follow Strong Black Fathers, of course, man. There's really good content on there. We're definitely dispelling mistruths. Is that what it is?
That's one of the tags, man. Dispelling mistruths, trying to get some positive images in the world of black fathers doing their thing.
Most definitely, man. And as you guys know, of course, we're at the Fruit Studio. Shout out to Benji. Shout out to Russ Sneak for holding us down, letting us use the space. Make sure if you're an artist in the DMV area, come book your sessions today at Fruit Studios. That's fruitstudiosva.com. But this episode, we just want to give you guys a little quick recap on what we got going on. This is episode 25. We're about halfway through the season. We've had a lot of great guests on the show. We got a lot of great guests coming on soon. So we just want to give you guys a quick update and let you guys know what we got going on. What's been some of your favorite episodes, Dan?
I mean, honestly, every episode that we've had, like, we've touched on some really good stuff. So yeah, man,
That's
like,
very artist of you to say.
Nah, for real though, like
all my stuff is great, man. All my stuff.
Nah, but like honestly, I think the people that we've had on this season, like, they have definitely touched on some things that I feel like a lot of people can just listen to and relate to.
Yeah.
So like, it's hard to say like I had like a favorite episode because honestly, all the episodes so far have been really dope. What about you though? You feel like you have a favorite?
Yeah, I would say Orion's probably been my favorite so far, just because I'm a fan. I'm such a big fan of his music and shit. Jeff's episode was fire too, but nah, yeah, Orion, like, I don't know, I'm really a fan of his music, man. I'm really excited to watch his career develop and continue to like reach those heights. He just released that Jon Snow freestyle, which is a banger. Make sure y'all go check that out on SoundCloud,
iTunes, whatever. It's on iTunes. Yep.
That Jones fires. So I'm really happy with that. I feel like we got a good background to his story and like where he's headed. So shout out to Orion. That was one of my favorites to come. We got a few coming up. Are any ones you looking forward to? Or?
So yeah, I think in a couple weeks, man, we're gonna be doing Corey Gray. He's a photographer, videographer. Dude is super talented. Like, I got put onto him by like probably somebody I follow on Instagram. Like, they did a photo shoot with him. I saw the work and I was like, yo, this dude has really good work. So I just started following him. And he's done a lot of cool things, so I'm really excited. I think, like I said, 2 weeks we're going to have him on. I guess it's going to be a really good podcast. Y'all should stay tuned for that one.
Right,
what about you, though?
I'm lit on photography. I'm excited for tomorrow or next week's episode with Fatima, the poet. I feel like this is going to be one of our most insightful and, like, heartfelt episodes. You know, that's what I'm anticipating. We haven't had it yet. We haven't had the opportunity to sit down yet, but we're going to be recording that soon. And I don't know, I just relate to Fatima, especially like her Instagram and her poetry and shit, what like the words and like where she comes from. I just relate to it. So I'm really excited to just have a real conversation where we're just discussing life, you know, and not necessarily music or someone's specific career, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's definitely going to be nice to have a female voice on the show. And
yeah,
I honestly agree. Like, I think that episode is really going to be different. It's going to be different from what we've had, so it's going to be a nice change of pace.
Because she's a strong woman, too. She has such a strong opinion, and what I believe in a lot of what she says, too. So I'm excited to just hear her voice some of those opinions, share some of those thoughts, and hopefully enlighten some people.
For sure. So, yeah, make sure to stay tuned. Next week, we got Fatima on here. Beautiful artist. Does beautiful work.
Yeah, man. But let's get into the first topic. We're going to make this quick. It won't be too long of an episode, but we definitely want to discuss a few current events and just touch on some things that's going on, specifically the 21 Savage situation. Thank God that man got free.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that I really wanted to talk about. It's crazy. Like, I remember when it first happened, like, I didn't really believe, like, the whole situation. Like, I was just kind of like, this dude is from England, and he's been here since, like, it was before I knew he was here since he was 7. I was just like, this dude is from England, and he's been pretending to be a rapper from Atlanta. Like, that's how I first thought about it.
That's how they rolled it out, honestly. Right. Like, it came out like, oh, he's been faking. Like,
right. But to then go back and learn all the other things that have been going on, like how he's been here his entire life, how he didn't say it because he didn't want to get deported, like, that was huge to me. I was like, that's crazy. Yeah. Like, to think that this dude is living here, he's making a living, like as an artist, like as somebody who's in the public sphere, but then he can't do too much, he can't say too much, or else he might risk his freedom in this country. That's crazy.
And I actually watched his first speaking since he got released from jail. Like ABC News had a special with him or some shit, and they kind of had the spin to it to where there's thinking that the reason why ICE attacked him specifically was because of the comments he said in the A Lot song with J. Cole, how he mentioned he can't imagine seeing his kids at the border. So there's like a conspiracy theory saying that that's probably why they attacked him, because he did get locked up a couple years back for a gun charge, and that shit will definitely pop up whenever you go to any jail. You know that you're there legally or whatever the case is. Mm-hmm. So they're kind of saying that, like, you know, they're actually attacking him because he's speaking out against the government. What does that make you think?
Honestly, I didn't look into that. But I can believe it.
You know me, bro.
I'm
on all the conspiracies.
You are for sure. But honestly, it's good though. Like, you bring that stuff up, you bring that stuff into mind, because I definitely wouldn't even have looked at that. Yeah. And now something I'm probably gonna take a look into to see, like, because it could be, man. Like, nobody is that safe. Nobody is that free.
Right.
So, like, just to say something in a song and to be caught up for it, like, that's crazy. I'm definitely gonna look into it.
Like, that brought more attention to him or whatever, because his visa expired over 13 years ago.
Yeah, right.
And the life that nigga's been living, you know, I'm sure he's having plenty of opportunities to get deported. You
right.
know? So, like, why would they wait till now when he's such a big name and has such a big platform to then push that pressure on him? So it's kind of weird, man. It's kind of suspect, bro.
Yeah, I mean, ICE is crazy right now. Like, just the way that crackdowns are happening, people are getting detained for. I know you saw that recent post that a couple of artists, actors, musicians, they did, and it's like they were talking about how different people have been detained over like the past year. It's wild. Like, people are just out here just trying to live, right? Like, and they're just getting snatched up off the streets.
It's bro. I fully relate to this. I did make it to be a citizen, but my brother is here on not so great papers, to be honest. Maybe I shouldn't even be saying this shit.
Probably not.
But but like I said, like, they're aware of who's here or not. I think they pick and choose who they want to fuck with. Like, specifically, they're clearly targeting Hispanic population. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Like, it's a weird subject. Like, the 21 Savage thing was so weird. And especially because we thought he was fake, and the memes were crazy too, bro. The memes, and that's actually something else to talk about. The memes were funny, but did you see how who was it? Demi Lovato said something about the memes. She said the memes were funny, and like people dragged her, like they were not fucking with it. The funny thing to that for me, like, I don't want to like get too gossipy or nothing, but the funny thing with that was, like, she was just in, like, being trolled like a few weeks ago for the drug addiction thing, and right after that shit happened, she was asking or just talking about how she appreciated the people that didn't do that, people that who didn't make fun of her and who, like, actually supported her and shit. So if that just happened to you, if you just experienced the wrath of Twitter, why are you gonna feed into it when another person is experiencing it too? You know how it feels. You know how much it sucks. Why are you being that person to do that?
I mean, I don't know what her situation is, but I know some people like to play the victim. Like, so when something bad happens to them, they're like, oh, blah, blah, like, this is awful, but, like, roles will reverse. Like, just how it happened, she's quick to jump on somebody else's shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think what she said was that bad to me, because I think the memes are funny.
Right, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just the fact that she had all that backlash from before, like saying that Twitter's like just awful place, and then she did that. So it's like you gotta practice what you preach. You gotta live the way that you're trying to put out into the world. So exactly. I don't know, man.
Exactly. It definitely came off as like a hypocritical thing for her. She wasn't the person to do it. I was surprised even myself. Like, really? You just got called a crackhead a few weeks ago, or got called out on your crack shit a few weeks ago? I would be in the bushes, man. I would be in the bushes. But what about this Drake So Far Gone 10-year release, man?
Dude, I'm very happy about it, because it's wild. I haven't heard it in so long. Yeah. Like, and I didn't realize how long it's been since I've heard it until I just listened to it today. Like, I was listening to Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, and just like, man, like
the beginning part, right?
Yeah, like this used to be like my vibe, like 2009, sitting in my dorm just fucking with this joint heavy. Like,
that album was crazy. Like, I didn't like you said, I didn't really remember, because my sister, when it came out last night, she was like, I'm going to my room to listen to it. And she really blasted that joint at the loudspeaker. She was singing.
That sounded mad emo. Like, I'm going to listen to Drake. Bye.
Bro, I swear to God, that's exactly how it went down. We were watching TV in the living room. She's like, I'm going to the bedroom and watch or to listen to the Drake album.
That's crazy.
And she had that shit on blast. And I listened to it today though, and it definitely was like nostalgic and brought vibes back that I completely forgot about.
Yeah, it's really funny though. I saw like somebody, I don't know if it was a meme, but like I can imagine it happening. Or it was like kids were like, "Who like Drake just dropped this new album, and like this new album is so fire." Like, nah, like bro, this is a 10-year-old album. Like,
Someone
it's not
said
even
that,
an
really?
album.
Someone
That's what
actually
I said. I
said
don't
that?
know if it was a meme or like somebody
Nah, I can't
somebody
believe
said
that.
it, but like you can't. I can definitely believe it.
Yeah?
Like somebody just getting on like iTunes and being like,
There's
"Oh,
a new
is
Drake
this
album
new
so
Drake?"
far gone.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like I can definitely see that happening.
That's crazy.
Like somebody who doesn't really f with hip hop, like who just knows Drake and likes Drake since like I don't know 2015.
where maybe like caught on late to it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. If you're that person, you suck. You missed out on such a vibe. Like maybe I guess if it's different if it's a kid too. You couldn't really vibe to it if you were 10 years old at the time.
Nah, don't see that one happening.
That's a good point. What other music you f***ing with right now?
So Far Gone, like we were just talking about, something that I've been bumping a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff put me on to Buto. That dude has a crazy song called Blessings.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him for
Just
being around the way.
Vicious song.
He's from Manassas or something, supposedly.
I don't know. Do you know?
I think he's from around here somewhere. I think he's definitely Virginia, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. Possibly he's from around here.
Hey man, but I don't know, man. Just a lot of different mixes. Like I've been listening to the new music playlist on Apple a lot. So like I'll pull music from there.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I guess full albums. There's nothing really recent that I've been bumping over and over again.
I never listened to G Herbo, but I was actually pretty surprised by G Herbo's album. That dropped, I think if it wasn't last week, it was a week before that, and it's actually pretty good, man. Like, the first listen through, it was like, all right, this is okay. He definitely actually raps off beat and shit sometimes, but it's kind of cool. Like I fucked with the album. Like I actually bump it now. Like that was actually one album. But you're right, albums haven't been dropping like the past.
Nah, and I feel
weeks.
like the summer and the fall, like they were coming out like damn near every week, because like I think I was talking to you about it. Like I didn't feel like I could digest music. Like I feel like an album would come out, I would listen to it, and then another album that I wanted to listen to would come out, so I'd listen to that, and I didn't really go back to the album that I listened to previously.
Yeah, Kanye
So, like,
fucked up, man.
Yeah,
Kanye
maybe
fucked
it
us
was
up with
on
those weekly
Kanye.
Jones. For real, I think it was. Well, I mean, clearly, like the past couple of years, music has just been coming out at an insane rate.
Yeah, I mean
But-
they have stream wherever you want now, so you
Right.
just put it up.
But like, yeah, you're right. Like this past summer, it was insane to keep up with anything that was coming out.
But also I think like music in general just has expanded. Like I feel like before, like there was like a few sounds that you wanted to check for, but now there's just so many different sounds out there that like you can get put on by anything. Like I just said, Jeff just put me on to this new artist, and I'm f***ing with him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that was just recently.
Yeah.
So I feel like just the span of artistry, I guess, is just getting bigger. Like genres are blending, and it's making things a lot better to listen to.
And I think that's like kind of a conversation we've had before, but more so just talking about people discrediting artists and stuff. I feel like we're truly at a point where hip hop is at the pop culture level where it's like very big and it needs to have subgenres, just like rock has subgenres. You know what I mean? I think
Well,
we're at
yeah.
that point where like there's so many different sounds, there's so many different styles. Instead of us like saying this isn't hip hop, let's just put it into a genre. Like this is a subgenre of hip hop, like auto tune rap or like I don't know, anything. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
we're
I
just-
feel like it has been breaking away a little bit, because to me, like there's pop rap and there's rap, hip hop, whatever you want to call it, and there's also like alternative now. I think alternative hip hop is really big now, and it wasn't just. I don't even honestly like. I feel like 3-4 years ago it wasn't. Maybe even 2 years ago it wasn't that big.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like SoundCloud had a really big impact on like the adjustment of like the sound of hip hop. You know what I mean? I feel like SoundCloud has made like everyone's ear way more open to different versions of hip hop. Like there's like the Trippie Redd shit, or like Trippie Redd and XXX shit. Then there's like I don't know if you heard of Uno the Activist. Like there's Uno the Act like the druggie, him and Thousand Band Fonny and shit. Like they got their own like little sound. There's just so many subgenres now. Like hip hop is a huge thing, you know. I feel like we have to recognize that, but also treat it properly so it doesn't get, I don't know, like it doesn't end up losing its quality, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about. I wouldn't say losing its quality, but I mean,
Yeah, maybe not losing its quality, but I don't know. Like no one listens to blues like that. Maybe that's why, you know what I mean? Because they didn't really like appreciate the new things that was happening and putting it in the right place.
right.
But that's just a theory. Who knows?
I mean, yeah, man. And honestly, the only thing I was gonna say to that is that I feel like the way content comes out definitely has shaped the way things are moving, because people on SoundCloud are the users. You know what I'm saying? It's the users who are making these people hot. It's not the record labels anymore.
Yeah.
So like people can just be fully independent and just be hot off of SoundCloud. Like they could gain their following from SoundCloud and they can do their own thing. They don't have to like try to shell out to a label in order to get their sound out.
And those labels wouldn't actually probably put them into a shell and like say you're not doing it right. You should be sounding like this.
Right.
And stuff.
Right.
So yeah, we're in a crazy time right now, man. It's a
Good
crazy
time. Good time for music, man.
Definitely, I'm loving it. I feel like a lot of people hate it, but I'm definitely loving it. For real, especially like hip hop heads, or like those rap heads.
Purists.
Yeah, rap purists and shit. Like they're not really or appreciating like the quality that's coming out. But I just want to quickly shout out Nipsey Hussle for his song that he just dropped too. It's called Racks in the Middle. With
Today?
Nah, it came out this week, and it has Young Roddy on it.
Okay.
The dude that sung the Die Rich song or whatever.
Yeah.
It's definitely a super dope jump. If you haven't heard that, definitely check that out.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Gunna, I actually discovered the Gunna song on one of the Apple Music.
The Speed It Up joint?
playlists. Yeah, I discovered that on the hip hop playlist on there. That shit's hard too. I'm really excited for the Drip or Drown 2 or 3, whichever next joint it is that's coming out. I'm definitely looking forward to next season 2. Like a lot of people have been reaching out and just like I don't know, I'm really looking forward to building and collaborating with a lot more talent, a lot more creatives.
Yeah, so honestly, if you're listening and you feel like you have something that you want to tell, feel free to reach out to either Remie or myself. Let us know like what it is that you want to get on, what it is that you want to talk about. We'll definitely love to have like we're trying to collaborate with as many people as possible. So just reach out. Like honestly, just reach out.
Definitely do that. Hit us up. You want to drop the socials real quick?
Yeah, Instagram OK_Ofe. As always, check out Strong Black Fathers.
Super great content. You guys know what the Instagrams and the socials are for us. Flyer Population, FLYYR Population. We always appreciate you guys' support. We're really trying to cultivate consciousness through conversation. Shout out to Alex Tullis, the videographer who we had a podcast with a few months ago, who helped us put that together as well, man. We're definitely just trying to spread love, man. Change the people, change the world we live in, make this place a better place than how we found it. So thank you guys all for tuning in.
Thank you guys.
Remie Supreme, Danny O'Fay.
Yep. Good night.
Fruit Studios. Yeah. Peace and love.
Let's
Peace
get
and
it.
love.